top students in your class stay so disciplined and always get good grades, no matter what, it's not necessarily because they're geniuses or better than everyone else. A lot of the time, they're just average kids who have a study system that works, and they stick to it every single day. In this video, I'll share the mindsets, habits, and study methods that class toppers use to get good grades, so you can copy them too to ace all your exams. First, a disciplined mindset. The truth about studying is that you're not going to feel motivated every single day. Some days you'll feel tired, and some days you'll just not feel like studying at all. But it's important to be disciplined and study even when you don't feel like it. Teach yourself to study for at least 20 minutes, even if you're really tired. This way, you do a little bit of studying every single day. When you do something every day, it becomes a habit. And when studying becomes a habit, it begins to feel easier. Next, get rid of all possible distractions. Before you open your books, make sure to prepare your space. Clean up your table, put your phone and any electronic devices away, and bring out only the books you will study for the day. Also, use a study timetable to keep track of the subjects and topics you have to study each day. I'll leave a link in the description to a video that will show you how to make the most effective study timetable. Understand topics rather than memorizing them. Although cramming every single topic might seem like the fastest and easiest way to start prepping for exams, it's a terrible idea. You might remember it today and forget it during the exam. And wouldn't that be terrible? Instead, when studying, try to truly understand the topic. For example, if it is math, understand why each solution happens step by step. This way, in the examination hall, there will be no possible combination for questions that you won't be able to answer. Use practice questions. Top students don't just revise the example questions given in class and hope for the best. They look up practice questions on the topic from the internet and the textbook itself and try to answer it correctly. Then, try to teach the answer to yourself like you're explaining it to a younger person. If you can explain the possible answers clearly, that means you don't really know it. This method makes you think deeper and more effectively. Revise every single day. Top students don't revise a week before the examinations. They start studying from the beginning of the school term. Before class in the morning, take 10 minutes to quickly revise your notes. You don't have to study too deeply. Just read the headings and main points. And at the end of the day, go through what was taught in class so you don't forget it. Small daily revisions help you to not be overwhelmed during the week of exams. Take neat and easy to understand notes. The difference between an average student and a top student is obvious in their notes. Take rough notes based on what the teacher says in class, then summarize those notes into simpler and more easily understood points at home. Divide your notes into a few sections, one for the main topic, bullet point summarizing the topic, an extra point at the bottom if necessary. This way, when you are studying, you don't feel too overwhelmed by excessive notes, and you won't waste your time slogging through unnecessary information. Have a book of corrections. When you fail a question in a test or homework, it's not enough to just move on to the next topic. In a second study notebook, keep track of every single question you've gotten wrong and find out the correct answers. This way, you can understand your past mistakes and know what to avoid next time. Use active recall. It's not enough to just read your notes again and again and expect it to magically be stuck in your head. Close your notebook and try to write down what to remember without looking at the answers. Do the same thing for formulas in maths and diagrams in science. This forces your brain to activate your memory. Space repetition. This one comes really important when you're making your study timetable. Don't just study a subject once a week. Study it at least 2 or 3 times each week. This way, the things you study will be in your memory even under exam day stress. Study with past questions. If you can get your hands on them, study with past questions. It will help you understand the pattern teachers use in setting questions for your grade level every year. You will also be able to know which topics are asked more often and in what pattern the questions will appear. It's basically like prep for your exam. Used timed practice. When studying with practice questions and past questions, always use a timer. For example, if your exams are normally 2 hours, set a timer of 2 hours and try to answer all the questions on that topics in that time. This trains you're going to focus and improve your speed, and you will learn how to manage time wisely. By the time the real exam comes, the pressure will feel normal and not scary because you've handled it many times at home. And that's it for some of the key habits